it's the 20th of June today, well, to say that the weather's been a little up and down for the past several weeks is a slight understatement, I think. Friday just gone, it poured in the evening for about an hour, and we had about an inch of rain. It was just a nightmare. Trying to get down the allotment at the moment is difficult because we keep getting rain and then the sun comes out and then it rains again. So I've been in and out of the greenhouse down the allotment, and I've still got more stuff that I need to plant out. But the weather has just been atrocious. And I haven't been able to do it. I now have finally got all my tomatoes potted up in the greenhouse here at home and the one down on the allotment. Actually, no, sorry, I haven't. I've got a few out there that I still need to pot up, which I will be doing later. But generally speaking, it's just a handful. And generally speaking, I've got all those done. But the rain is great because obviously I don't need to water. However, the weeds seem to like it as well, and the weeds have just gone completely ballistic. So it's not like summer at all. But I'm in the greenhouse at home, and what I'm going to show you this afternoon is I'm going to pot up my cucamelons. I sowed these, as you may well remember, in spring. Beginning of spring, and I potted them up into 3-inch pots, and they've been sitting in the 3-inch pots for about 4 weeks now, I think, and they're doing really well. They're starting to twisty round. We're starting to get the little tendrils here which will hang on to anything, and when they start to form their little tendrils, then it's time to put them into a bigger pot. You can grow these outside, but to be honest with you, the weather has just been so and it's been too cold for them, so I'm going to continue growing mine in the greenhouse. I have potted some up already, which I will show you in a bit, but I've got 4 left to pot up. I would normally plant these in individual 6-inch pots, but I've run out of 6-inch pots because I've planted the tomatoes in there. So what I'm doing instead is I'm planting 4 in one of these big pots. Now this must be about 9 inches across, maybe, litre wise. Oh look, it's a 5-litre pot. There we are, that's easy, isn't it? It says it on the bottom. So yeah, 5 litres, that can't be right. Well, apparently so. I'm putting 4 in here. So I'm putting some compost down the bottom, and then I'm just positioning them north, south, west and east. It will give them plenty of room to grow. Let me show you one that I've already done, and then I'll show you how to do that. So this one I've already done there, and as you can see, I've planted them north, south, west and east. Just let them droop over and then they'll start to grow beautifully. These ones here, this is a tiny, I don't know if you can see it, tiny little flowers which are starting to produce just down in there. Very, very small. But they should grow really quite well in that 5-litre pot, which is great. So let me show you how I put them in the pot. Right, so there's my pot. All I'm going to do is to put a nice amount of compost in the bottom. This is actually very, very wet because I had some in a box outside and it rained, but it doesn't matter. It'll drain through the holes in the bottom of the pot anyway. So what I've done is I've half filled it with compost, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cucamelons and take the pot off the bottom, and you can see that there are lots of lovely roots coming along there. So I'll place that one in that corner. So just place them north, south, west and east. Obviously, if you're putting them in a 6-inch pot, then just put 1 per pot, but you can grow these in a trough as well if you want. They'll grow quite happily in a trough. And if you want these to grow up, you can put a structure up for them to grow up if you want. But I'm just going to let mine sort of droop along. Now once you've placed them in the pot, then all you need to do then is just fill in all the holes. Okay, push it down gently so that it will stay where you've placed it. But that's all you need to do, is to just fill in the holes like that. Okay, so there they are. Gently push them down. You may well find that the compost will settle after about a week, and you might need to put just a little bit more compost around the top. But there's that one all done. Okay, so I've now put it on one of the black trays that I've got, and I've just got it on the top shelf of my staging, and I will just let it droop over the sides. It will then send out its little tendrils. It'll attach itself round the sticks or anything else, and sometimes it actually attaches itself to the greenhouse frame itself, and it'll hopefully very soon start to sort of spread itself, and it'll sort of twisty itself all around. If this compost was dry, then I would water from the bottom, which would get soaked up by the compost and then would encourage the roots to grow down and fill out the pot. But because this compost is so wet, I'm not going to, but I will give it a couple of days, and I expect it will be dry then, and then I will water it. In fact, if you look very carefully, you can actually see some of the water that is soaking through already, because this compost is so wet. So it's draining all the way through, so I don't need to put any water in until this compost is a lot drier. Right, so that's the cucamelons. I'll keep you updated on their progress and show you the little flowers when they start to appear, and then obviously the fruit, so I'm looking forward to that. But what I thought I would do is I would just show you how the tomatoes are getting on, because some of them have got flowers on, and I just thought I would give you a little quick update on those. Now I've got lots of garden pearl. These are the ones that are little bush ones. So I'm growing these in little sort of 6-inch pots or thereabouts. Loads of them have already got so many flowers on them, which is great, absolutely wonderful. As a general rule, make sure that you don't side shoot your little sort of bush ones, because it's the side shoots that produce the flowers and the fruit. So as a general rule, do not side shoot your bush ones. The tall ones, yes, do. And you can see there's some more flowers there, and there's actually some more just here behind the leaves here. Now these are some of the taller ones, and in fact I've actually got some slightly higher up as well. Some flowers you can see just there as well. These are the taller ones. I have no idea what these ones are called. I've got so many different varieties, but I thought it doesn't matter, because they'll be growing tall, and I'll then, when the tomatoes start to develop, I will then be able to see which ones they are. But lots of the tomatoes that I've got in here are starting to get their flowers, so it's all very, very exciting. Right, well, I'll keep you updated on the progress of everything in the greenhouse, from the chilies to the sweet peppers, the tomatoes, the okra and the cucamelons. I think that's it. Yes, hopefully I'll have lots to show you next time, but as I say, I'll keep you updated on their progress. Well, I hope you found what I've shown you today useful, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.